Mad thing. What's good, family tree? What you lot saying though? I know you guys are begging, like, yo, Cal, when you gonna come back on the scene though? Man, I can't take this ish no more. I can't take this ish no more. It's killing my brain cells. All they're doing is talking craps about people. But yeah, man, real quickly, I'm not gonna be here for long. Tutus, my good brother Gabs, man, like six. Actually, I'm not even go there. Man, like Gabs. The medicine man. Jeez, what's in my eyes? Yeah, man, like medicine man. Yeah, hollered at me and said, "Yo, did you see that debate?" And I was like, "Yo, I only caught like 10 minutes of it, yeah." But I thought it was, you know, yeah, it's funny. It's so funny, yeah. You know, um, you know what's so funny, yeah? What's so funny is anytime we realize, yeah, like, you know, some people like are subliminally racist. And the reason why I'm gonna say subliminally racist, yeah, is because any times when it comes to like black issues, right? Like everybody's eyes and ears, yeah, seem to like, I don't want to hear, I don't want to know. It does like everybody just turns blind and deaf. You know, everyone's there. Man, let's see how he. Oh yeah, was good, man. Farooq Abdul Rahman. But yeah, real quick, let me just talk real quickly, and I will go back and read some of the comments and answer and so forth. You already know how it's gonna be. I'm just gonna do like a quick, like 10-minute maybe rant. Yeah, real quickly. Hit the like button whilst you're here, please. Hit the like button, and also, you know, drop me plenty of comments. Definitely going to be reading them out. I'm not going to shout you guys out for now, but I'm just going to read a few of them out a little bit later on, right? yeah. So please just tag Titans TV. It makes it very easy for me to respond to a lot of your messages. Okay, so. Oh man, the holy light is shining down upon my big fat forehead. So anyways, okay, so the whole Adam being black, and anytime we're speaking about blacks, and let's just say, especially when it comes to Islam, of course, you know, we have that type of issue when we go into the church, right? Like, you know, trying to take down the white image of Jesus on your grandma's walls, yeah, is a problem. Try replacing that with a Rasta Jesus, it's a problem. But for now, right? Because the Speaker's Corner, where I'm just talking about Speaker's Corner now. So, of course, everybody else has their issues. We're not going to sugarcoat that and say they don't. We're just going to talk about Speaker's Corner, and the predominant, you know, force at Speaker's Corner is definitely Islam or Muslim. No, it's not Islam, it's Muslims. Muslims. Okay. So that's the predominant force. And of course, when you're having these conversations and certain things come up, right, we're going to have to discuss it. So there was a discussion about Adam. What color was Adam? Was Adam a black man, right? And you see everybody like, no, we're not too sure what color he was. We're not too sure. I'm like, goddamn, his name itself, Adam, means black. Like it means black or dark skin or very like, you know, one could say, but it doesn't mean black. It means brown, like dark brown, in it. That's what the name actually means. And he was named after like the fact that he was taken from the skin or the earth, from the ground, basically. And that's what he is. He's a dark brown skin man, according to the mythology, okay? According to the mythology. Let's not go and say in reality Adam was there was a man how many thousands of years ago and his name was, no, let's not even do that. But according to the mythology, okay, Adam was a black man. Facts. And this black man, okay, also had very curly hair, according to your hadiths. All right, so like not just any, you know them. You got like the Dravidians, yeah, who are brown, dark brown, browner than me even, but they've got, you know, straight hair. No, they've got negroid hair. Okay, that's Adam. That's Adam according to the mythology. Okay, but it's fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating, right? When you have pale skin individuals, pale skin Arabs, pale skin Asians, pale skin anybody, when it comes to speaking about these things, they become, I don't know. I can't see. I don't know, and I haven't heard before. And we don't know. But no, fam, your Quran says that he was made out of black. Let's push the emphasis. Black. Blacker than my lips, black. But for some reason, right, y'all don't know this, right? For some reason, y'all don't know he's made out of black mud. For some reason, y'all don't know that he was a black man. For some reason, you don't know he has negroid features. Although your hadiths tell you this, right? But guess what? Ain't none of my business. All right, that's down to the black Muslims who have to be dealing with that, and anybody else who's well, if you're black itself, who's dealing with racism from these Asians and from these, I'll say Asians predominantly, and Arabs, and anybody else who is Muslim who is advancing this anti-black narrative and this, you know, degradation of black people. Like, it's them. If you don't know this already, then you may have to have it in your arsenal. But yeah, yeah. But you know why it's so important? Although they always stress it's not important. You know, imagine this year, you say, oh, you know, Muhammad wasn't an Arab. You'll see the uproar. You will see the uproar. I thought it doesn't matter what color he is or what ethnicity he is. No, Muhammad was an Arab. Okay. But Adam wasn't a black man, no? You know, or the Bilal one, right? It doesn't matter what color he is. Okay, so Bilal wasn't an Abyssinian, was he? No, he was a black African slave. Slave. They'll drop that into your head, though, innit? All right, so we know that Muhammad was an Arab, yeah, but we don't know that Adam was black. No. Okay. And you know what the wickedest thing is, yeah? You know what's so funny? Like, if you was to be like, God's word, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah azza wa jal. Okay, who's gonna go to Allah's words, right? Allah, there's nowhere in the Quran that makes mention that Muhammad, you could say actually, but there's there's no explicit mention that Muhammad was an Arab. No explicit mention that Muhammad was an Arab, you know. No explicit mention, right? But there is explicit mention of Adam being made out of black mud. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in all of his glory and all of his majesty, right, could say, Allah, you know, Adam was just made out of tanin. He was made out of clay. You know, he was made out of, dust. He was made out of the earth. You know, no, my man said specifically he was made out of black mud. Not just mud, not red mud, white mud, yellow mud, like anybody else tried to put out. He said specifically black mud. But we don't know. We don't know, innit? Like, you could become deaf to Allah's words now, innit? I find it hilarious, G. And I'm just catching joke because I can catch joke, right? So anyways, yeah. So anyways. So, the question, does it matter what color Adam was? Well, if you're not Muslim, if you're not part of the Abrahamic traditions, okay, or Judaism, Islam, and Christianity, no, hell no, it don't matter. What difference does it make to your life? It ain't gonna change that in your life, is it? But if you are of those, sway persuasions, then hopefully it does, right? The truth does matter to you if that's your persuasion. I would assume. Obviously, my assumptions could make an ass out of me. But I would assume so, right? It would matter to you. And it would matter what, Allah, or your God says in your holy book, right? And it's part of your creed not to negate anything that your God says, right? But to affirm it wholeheartedly. You lot are supposed to affirm your hadiths. You're supposed to affirm what the Quran says. But when it comes to blackness, we can't affirm certain things there, We can't give these niggas any more in room than they need. We gotta keep these niggas at the bottom of the pile. Make sure you don't give them anything to boost them up. It's funny. But anyways, and why it does matter, right? And why I feel, because you know what, yeah, I heard there was a conversation with Deep and another, black Muslim, and you can just see, like, anytime black people congregate, whether they're Muslim or not Muslim, right? Like, immediately they just think that they're part of gang, or they're part of Jedi's clique, or they're part of this. Like, why do they have to be that? But we don't see color. No, you lot see color, because anytime a black person, Muslim or non-Muslim, you bunch them all together. Yeah, that's what you guys do. But no, the color doesn't matter. No, it does matter, because you have to now question a black person if he's a Muslim. All of your Asian friends, you're not questioning them if they're Muslims, are you? All of the other people, you're not questioning them if they're Muslim. But these black people here who are having certain conversations. No, 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 no. Are you Muslim, brother? No, no, no. We need to find out what type of Muslim you are now. You must be a Quraniyun. You must be a Quran only Muslim. No, you must be a Shia Muslim. You can't be our type of Muslim. I was watching some things, bro. I was just catching a joke, yeah. People can't even see, yeah, the subtle biasness and racism that they actually have in their system. Is actually amazing. But yeah, why it is actually so important that you understand, especially if you're Muslim. I need Muslims to understand this, right? And this is the cure of all racism. The cure of all racism. Yes? Yes? The progenitor of your species, i.e., Adam, was a black man. Was a black man. Mm. Truth be told, you lot have had quite a few black people, but I was going to talk about, Umar. You remember, your Khalif. Your second Khalif. He was a black man too, right? He had Ethiopian ancestry, right? But no, anyway, let me leave that alone. Let me not even catch too much joke. I'm gonna do an ultimate joke. Ultimate joke. All right. So the reason why it does matter, yeah, that Adam was black. Okay. Nope. He wasn't rainbow colored. He wasn't white. He wasn't yellow. He wasn't red. He wasn't orange. He wasn't any of those complexions. He was black. And why it matters why he was black is this. Drum roll, please. Because he was made in and after the image of Allah. No, bruv. I don't think you lot get it. Let me put on my serious voice now. Brothers, we must cure this disease that's inside of our hearts. The reason why it matters, yeah? Wheel that track up there, selector. The reason why it matters, okay? And the reason why a lot of these people don't want to admit and acknowledge, right? Is because it's going to cause a problem for them. The reason why it matters is Adam, created black, was in and after the image of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So just imagine that. Just imagine that. Not only the first man, who is the progenitor of your race and your ethnicities and so forth, right? And nationalities. Not only was the first man a black, negroid looking man, but your God is a black man. Takbir! Takbir! Hey! Sugar. That's why you lot get so shook. When you lot see me, you lot see God. I already told y'all I'm the living representative, living image of God. So when you look at me, right? Allah doesn't look too far past me, Tashbih, you're making a resemblance between you and Allah. How dare you, astaghfirullah. Oh yeah, your Allah made resemblance of himself in the fact that he made it Adam in his image. Oh yeah, what is more tashbih than tashbih? Tashbih. Sorry, tashbih is doing resemblance, making likeness. They say, well, we can't make likeness. All right. No, but Allah made the likeness himself. Allah was the one who created another person to look just like him. Just like him. Dark, brown skin, supposedly, how many cubits? 60 cubits tall Adam was created? So Allah must be 60 cubits tall, right? Anyways, because the angels, was confused. Is this Allah or is this Allah? This can't be. Is this? No. And then Shaitan had to go through his mouth and go through his orifice and go through and see. No. He's hollow, but your Lord is solid. Your Lord is solid. This one is hollow. Fear him not. He's not Allah. All right. So he was made in the living image, representation of God himself. Even the angels were confused and baffled. That's to say, God damn, what's happening here? Yeah, so yeah. According to your Quran, according to your hadiths, Not me. I'm not saying this, because I couldn't care less what color your God is. I couldn't care less, okay? Because my God, he doesn't have a color. My God, it doesn't have an image. My God doesn't have a shape. My God doesn't have a form, okay? So it's got nothing to do with me. Although I am the living image and manifestation and representation of God, all right? My God doesn't have all of those things. I don't have that problem to deal with. Yours, on the other hand, then you might have a little problem. And I'm not talking to all Muslims don't believe this rubbish, right? All Muslims don't believe this, but some do, unfortunately. And based upon their own principles, if they want to be, airtight and keep to their principles, they got to accept that their God it looks like Adam. And Adam was a black man. All right. And what's so funny about this, okay? Because I've been waiting to drop this for time. I feel I need to go to Speaker's Corner, yeah? Because your God, according to Hadith, again, this is not me. This is according to your Hadiths. Sahih, by the way, okay? Not only was he a black man, but he's described as having Negro hair, nigger hair, tight, curly, crinkly, coily hair, nigger hair. Literally, that's what it's literally called, Negro hair. That is what you're described. That's what your God is described as looking. A Negro haired God. God is good. God is good. God is good. I swear, yeah. I just can't wait. I just wish, more Muslims would do more research into their religion, and hopefully, they may leave the sect of their religion that they're following out of fear of worshipping the black man. The black man is God, G. The black man is God. Black power? Black power. Hey, I'm just catching too much joke, man. I'm catching too much joke. Y'all need to stop me. Before y'all put me on a watch list. Hey, watch this guy, Watch this guy. He's going to be the first one to be killed off. That's what it is. I'm not even on no terrorist list. It's going to be the first one the terrorists are going to come and get. But anyways, enough jokes aside. Who's going to pay for my funeral? I just want to know. Nobody. Nobody's going to pay for my funeral for telling the truth. Goddamn. Well, I know my brother Ultravunky will. My brother Ultravunky has dropped some money into the super chat. Let me go back up and read some of his comments because I was done catching some jokes. Okay. I must already have a few more jokes left in me, but let's just quickly go through. Yeah. Again, this is all to do with mythology, okay? It doesn't matter his skin color at all. It doesn't matter what he was, that he was a Welshman. God only sees the spirit of a man. Times TV, peace, Kalam. Of course, this is a Christian God, right? You're talking about now, right? This is the Christian God. We ain't got no problem with that. Remember, we're talking about the Islamic God, or a certain sect of the Islamic God. Adam is a myth. There was no literal Adam, but even so, he would have been black if he had existed from what is known at this time. Yeah, quite possibly, but not also quite possibly. The reason why I'm going to say not also why also not possibly, because most of these people actually believe in a 6,000-year-old Earth, or 6,000 years old. So 6,000 years old, there was certain mutations that, you had different races at that time. I'm pretty sure you had the Oriental look. You even had the European, phenotypical look. And we had other look. We had the Aboriginal Australian look. We had the, what we know as the Indian look as well. So 6,000 years ago, it could be anything. But if we're going back to the first man, based upon scientific evidence, then yeah, of course, you would have to be, a Negroid, Africoid, black, so to speak, looking. I'm an Arab Muslim, learning so much from you. Oh man, peace and love to Sarah Ali. Muslims getting caught up on some little thing, make it into a terrorist attack. Yeah, buddy. Okay. Remember what we're saying, baby. Remember what we're saying. Let's not paint Muslims, all right? Let's not paint as Muslims, because it's not all Muslims, right? Remember what I'm saying. Yeah, listen to my words carefully, because when I'm catching joke, I know I'm throwing shade at a particular group of people, but rest assured, right, we're not talking about all of Muslims, and we're not talking about all of Islam. We're just talking about specifics. And it's literally like a small group that we're talking about. But these small numbers of individuals that have the loudest mouth, But yeah, let's keep on going. Let's keep on going now, okay? Remember, Tag Titans TV makes it much easier for me to actually see. Man like Ilms Seeker is up in the building. Oh man, shout out to man like Ilm Seeker. Or Ilm Seekers, should I say. Yeah, buddy. He's up in here, baby. He's up in here. Hey, yo, Ilm. Hey, yo, Seeker of Ilm. Yeah? Hi. Like, what you saying, G? You got any questions? Got any comments? I'm ready. I'll be here to read out your questions or comments, yeah, over everybody else's. So what's good, my G? What's good? Because you're seeking ilm, and you've now come to the fountain, the storehouse of ilm. So let's get it. So was Jesus black? Wasn't he before man? Isn't he God? Okay, I'll go into that, right? So it depends on if you're talking about a Christian Jesus. I think Christians have the right to self-define what color Jesus was, or Judaism may have a right to self-define what, Jesus' complexion, may have looked like. Obviously, he was ethnically Judean, whatever that means, all right? But according to Islam, yet again, yeah, he would be classified as a black man. I swear, yeah. Like, if you study Islam, you will see it had to have been one of the most pro-black, yeah, in its inception, right? In its early inception, right? We all know about when slavery, that disease of slavery and the justification of slavery and conquering other lands came in, right? And Africa was just like, whew, that was the storehouse, okay, for human resources and wealth. All right, before that took place, so-called Islam was really much a pro-black movement. It was really much a pro-black movement. Everybody was black. Moses was black. Jesus was black. Muhammad was black. God damn, who else wasn't black? Luqman was black. Like every prophet near enough every prophet, all right, near enough every prophet in some hadith or another was described as being very dark-skinned, brown or black. Like, imagine that. Bet you never knew that, right? But slavery crept in, greed crept in, and how can I put it? The genetically, or should I say, the ancestral Arabs, or those Arabs at the time, they started to, they love, black people, they love Miss Daisy. They love white women, right? Or that exotic looking woman. So they started mixing in with the Romans and the Persians and the Greeks and the people up north. They started mixing in the seed, right? And after a while, they became a bit diluted, up to the point where you see the Arabs today who are quite pale in complexion. The majority of Arabs we see on TV, of course, there are dark-skinned Arabs. Let's not even get it twisted. There's Arabs darker than me, myself, right? So there is dark-skinned Arabs, but we don't really get to see them. But the ones that we're more fitting with is the ones that are the lighter skin complexions. And that's because they started to mix in with other people. But before that, goddamn, really pro-black. Everybody's black. You know how they're talking about like like Hebrew Israelites and other groups like black movement groups, like everybody's black. Why does everybody have to be black? Nah, bro, for Islam, everybody was black. From the devil to Jesus himself was black. So yeah, that's very good. That's very good. So John McDermott says, I thought Adam was red in the Bible. Yeah, very good, very good. Adam in the Hebrew language can be transcribed as red. But if you go into the Semitic languages itself and actually really parallel and see what red isn't what we see red as artificial red. Okay, there wasn't like artificial colors as red as we know it, or like blood red or whatever the case is. All right, it was that red according to most Semitics, which is brown in other cultures, other Semitic languages. It was it was a brown complexion. I can't say it was like a dark brown complexion. It was like, how can I put it? Brown horses, literally brown horses. Literally, when I say literally that, it was they're what they would call brown okay, was the hides, or Adam, okay, was the hides of leather. So like hides of horses and cows and stuff. So whatever color cows and horses are, like that complexion of brown, that is what they will consider to be Adam, okay, in the ancient Semitic languages. How do you know this, Kalam? Because I've studied Afro-Asiatic languages, and the Semitic phylum is part of the Afro-Asiatic languages. But how do you know that? Well, I've read various different dictionaries, and I've read various different articles on this very much so subject here. God damn. Okay, so let's quickly go through. Let's see. Man, that Gabs is up in the building. Allah had tight curly locks, long dreads, the first in Rastafari, the original Rastaman in the sky. Yeah, maybe actually, maybe. I can't lie and say he had long dreads. I can't lie and say that. I can say there are accounts of actually him having long curly hair, but generally speaking, that is an odd account. It's usually short, tight, curly, crinkly, kinky hair, wiry hair. That's how he's been described as. So it's usually short. But I tell you, who did have dreads? Okay, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He had dreads. He was a proper Rastaman to blood seed. You could tell it was just Ethiopians making up these types of colors. I guarantee you, Ethiopians were making up a whole heap of this. All right. When black people talk about what is we're made out to be racist, it's hard for people to swallow the truth. Yeah, buddy. How comes black people seem to be obsessed with color? The reality of why black people are obsessed with color is because for so long they have been suffering from an inferiority complex that's been placed upon them, and from the youngest of ages they've been taught the lie that their dark skin, black skin, brown skin color was, horrible, horrid, inferior, and everything related to black is just bad. We just have to go through a dictionary, for goddamn sake. Go through. Whoever watched Malcolm X, remember Malcolm X? Look, black. Why does everything have to be negative? That's all the connotations of black is bad. Black male. Black male? What do you mean black male is bad? Blackballed. There's so many things that, everything black is related to being bad. So because black people have been suffering from an inferiority complex, there is a lot of black people now who's coming into consciousness and starting to love themselves and have pride in themselves where before they didn't have pride. So that's why color is very important to black people. And for the very fact that they're being named after a color, goddamn, it has to be important to them, right? Because you're named after a color, black. And this wasn't the choosing of themselves, of course. Remember I said it was placed upon them. This inferiority complex of black identity was placed upon them, and they're fighting their way out of it. Or someone are fighting with inside of it and making a happy home. Oh man, John McDermott says, hitting us up with a super chat, God surely sees only the spirit of man. Indeed, 100%. God only sees the spirit of man. And that's the Christian God, by the way, right? Adam is fictional and symbolic. We can imagine him as any color we like. Indeed. Remember, we're talking about the Islamic Adam, okay? Islamic Adam. And I don't like the word fictional. I'd rather say mythological. Mythological is a nice way to put it, rather than fictional. Fictional seems to be like a lie, I don't even know. I don't know, but it doesn't sound right. Okay, let's see. Skin color is important, as the fairy tale says. Humans were made in his image, so if he would be and be colored, then all humans be only colored. Yeah, doesn't matter what color he was, if you cannot prove he even existed. Ooh, remember what we said, right? Remember what we said at the beginning. I wish I could drop a link here. All right. To everyone, you can find the Quran in the library on the depiction section. Now, you guys, come on, man. Show some respect. Come on. You know we do this here, man. We love having respect and tolerance for other people. Okay, if you want to see the true face of Jesus, look down a well. Oh, man. Okay. I understand it's light brown. Yeah, the red heifer. Yeah. Kalam, do you still think Ali radiallahu anhu is a black man? Reply, please. According to the Hadiths, he's been described as what we today would be considered as black. So yeah, he was a black man according to the Hadiths. Okay, I don't have anything else to go by but the hadiths. So if the hadith says he is, then who am I to complain? Who am I to say no? Who am I to say different? Right? Jesus, gosh, man. Churchill was deaf or black. I've seen it in my own eyes. In America, some people would consider you to be red. Yeah, 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 100%. Actually, I will be considered to be Ucha. I might even be considered to be Ucha, yeah. Like Ucha, sorry, I'm speaking about right now. Ucha is like light skin or just Oyibo, might even be white. I'm very light skinned in certain places. So yeah. And in other places, I'm dark skinned. You know, the way it's there. You know, when I grew up with a lot of mixed race friends, I was the dark one. Mixed with other crowds, it's like you're the light skinned one. Oh, sugar. Okay, let's quickly go through. Oh man, how are ya? The first lady is up in the building. Peace to Kalam and Science TV family. Big ups to everyone in the chat. Yeah, buddy. Okay, and then quickly go through. Prophet Muhammad said, "Oh mankind, your Lord is one and your Father is one. You all descended from Adam, and Adam was created from earth. He is most honored among you in the sight of God, who is again, Adam created from the dust of the ground, the earth, black. The black man was more honored. The black. I'm just doing this to antagonize a lot of people, you know. So the black man, Adam, is the most honored among all of Uno. Imagine that. So if you're racist, remember that Adam, yeah, was created from the earth, black, and he was most honored amongst all of Uno, all of you. Not me saying this. This is a hadith from the Prophet Muhammad. Okay. Most upright. No Arab is superior to a non-Arab. No colored person to a white person, or white person to the consciousness. Yeah. Although the hadith, Naeem, is daif. But it's good though. It's a nice hadith. Sounds good. It's one of those ones there that you can run with it, but it's still daif. All of black people inferiority complex from the curse of Ham, which is not ancient. The Ptolemies wrote the Torah Tanakh after they invaded Egypt. Okay. Kalam, when you have a chance, I would like to hear your point, you on the Shroud of Turin. Maybe you can have a topic on it one day. Yeah, baby. Malak Bilal is up in the building. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to go through and only get the Titans TV ones. All right, cool. I've reached the end. Yeah, family. So that was just a quick live stream just to make you guys know that, you know, does it really matter what color Adam really was? Yeah, well, according to your hadiths and according to your Quran, it does matter. Unless you're going to say Allah's words don't matter. Let us know, does Allah's words matter? So if Allah's words don't matter, then it doesn't matter what color Adam was. But if Allah's words do matter, then it does matter what color Adam is. Because Allah specifically made mention of all the muds, out of all the earths. He specifically said Adam was made out of black mud. Why fight it? Embrace it. Love it. These are the words of your creator. Take it on board. All right. So Allah says it. Your hadiths, supposedly going back to Muhammad, I guess, also make mention of the fact that Adam was made out of the dust of the ground. Hence his name Adam, which means brown or dark brown, which means the skin color was dark brown, and so forth. So your hadiths like make sure they double verify this as well. So there should be no problem with it. And the reason why it doubly matters is because Adam was made in the image of Allah. Pause. And this is the key point, right? If Adam was made in the image of Allah, then I guess what? Guess what image Allah must be? Guess what color Allah must be? That's what I'm going to say. To the point that even the angels was confused. Remember this, the angels. This is not me saying this. Go and read your hadiths. This is not, remember, this ain't Kalam's words. These are God's words, according to you, right? This is your God's or your hadith's words, right? That says the angels was confused. They didn't know if it was Allah or not Allah. Because why didn't they know? Because he was made in the image of him. That's why. And we already know. Adam was a dark-skinned, curly-haired man. Allah in your hadiths is described as a dark-skinned, curly-haired man also. This is not my words. Please don't get upset with me. If you're gonna get upset with me, I will just present your hadiths, sahih, okay? Read it and get upset with the hadith and get upset with your prophet and get upset with Allah. That's the only persons you should be getting upset with, not myself, because I'm just bringing it to you. It's like sometimes I'll read you guys the Quran, right? And you're like, stuck for Allah. You're saying stuck for Allah to Allah, not me. Not me, bruv. I'm just quoting your ish to you. Oh man, you know what? Yeah, I was having a great conversation the other day. Yeah, the greatest conversation. And it's one that we've always had. Yeah, um, and I guess it was some Salafi brothers that must have jumped in. I can't remember what country they were in, right? And they were like, "Yeah, Allah does not enter His creation," and I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Okay." I was like, Allah created the heavens and the earth? Naam. Okay. How many heavens did he create? 7. I was like, perfect. I like that. Okay, so, but you know what? The funny thing is, they actually made mention of this hadith like about 5 minutes in prior to this conversation, right? So I was like, perfect. So I said, okay, so Allah descends every night, according to you, to the lowest heaven, i.e. the dunya, the first heavens, right? Asking his servants about their prayers, like to get answered. Do you understand that? No, we don't understand. Okay, cool. Since your mind wasn't able to comprehend without me actually explaining in detail to you. So if Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, meaning the highest, right, descends from above the 7th heaven, look, above there in the 7th heaven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, to the dunya, yeah? To the dunya. He must enter his creation. If heaven is part of his creation, and he creates 7 of them, and he descended 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to the first dunya, then clearly he enters his creation. Listen, I can have like all day long, yeah, just twisting people up, all day long twisting people up. It's just funny. It's funny, so funny. What's another famous one that I always catch this joke with, right? So yeah, entering into creation. He doesn't enter into creation. Okay, where is Allah? The answer is above his throne, above the 7th heaven. Is it? Is it? But then he descends. I said, you know what I mean? So this is the one, yeah. So sometimes, yeah, they'll say to me, all right, so where is Allah? And I'm like, it depends on what time it is. Depends on what time it is, What do you mean it depends on what time it is? Well, according to you, yeah, he comes down to the lowest heaven on the 3rd part of the night. Okay. So if we just check the time zone, Allah may be hovering over China at present, right? Allah may be hovering over China at present, right? And then when it comes round, you know the way it's there, like the time zones, right? The time zones, right? Maybe there. It might even be in Australia right now. I don't even know which part is the lower third or the last third of the night. So in reality, Allah is never above the throne over the throne above the 7 heavens. If he's descending every single night, remember, Allah descends every single night to ask his servants this question. The reality is then, he must be in one single spot. And as the globe turns and the sunlight reaches, right? Remember, the globe is now turning. He's moving from location to location, right? Just remember, you have the different time zones. Remember, you have the different time zones, right? We're in Greenwich Mean Time over here. Some people in America is in Eastern time zone, Central time zone, Western time zone, and so forth, right? He's either moving to these various different locations, or he's staying in one single spot, hovering. Okay, and as the globe turns, right, and it gets darker, and it now enters the last third of the night, he is there, asking his servants, "What is it that you want from me?" So it's either Allah is always above his above the 7 heavens on his throne, or he's in the lowest dunya, and he's always hovering above a country in the lowest dunya, every single night. So we just have to wait till the last third of the night over here in the UK. That could be like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. We should just wait 4 o'clock in the morning. We can say Allah is hovering above his throne in the lowest dunya. But after that, he must be in above the seven heavens. Or he could simply be going to another country now and hovering there. Questions. So Allah's the sun. I don't know. Allah did say he is the light of the heavens and the earth. The only thing that I know lights up the heaven and the earth is the sun. But again, I'm not going to make any assumptions. I'm going to get my good Muslim brothers and sisters to come on and answer the questions for you guys. Okay? Not for me. Not for me. It should be for you guys. But anyways, let me quickly read some of your questions and comments, and then I'm going to keep it moving. I actually spent 40 minutes talking with you guys. That's nice. That's really nice. All right. Saeed Abdi says, you don't believe Giants TV profits from Islamophobia? Fam, what is there to be afraid of? What is there to be afraid of? Like, who's afraid of Islam? Surely not me. Like this fake word of Islamophobia, you know? Like, we have Muslims critiquing, questioning Christians every single week at Speaker's Corner. They have dawah tables doing this every single day, most probably across the country. But the moment the black ban, or I don't know, the moment that somebody like me now comes and critiques or questions, asks sensible questions, right? Sensible questions, it's now to do with Islamophobia. No. How can I possibly be afraid of a religion? It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense. Kalam interprets things his own way. What other way are you supposed to interpret things? Should I interpret it your way? Like crazy, you know? Don't you guys have minds of your own so that you can interpret things your own way? It's like, what does that mean? What does that mean? It's like you watch a movie and like, no, I shouldn't interpret the movie my way. I now need to wait for somebody else to interpret the movie for me. And that could be like, that's the way. Say I have a beard and I'll donate. I have a beard. I have a beard. Shouts out to Vlad Raptor 5 or Vlad Raptor Fee. Let's quickly go through. Quran 96:8 admits Jesus is the Lord Savior and will return. Muslims will ignore as usual. Ooh, yeah, buddy. Is 96:8. Is it 98:6 or 96:8? Let me know. Let me know. The Pharaoh sermon contradicts the Quran, and as the Quran teaches to hate disbelievers, yet Pharaoh sermon teaches equality, not that others are the worst of creatures. Yeah, I told you that hadith was something that was fabricated, but because it sounds good, they allowed it to pass through the radar. But if you actually do science of hadith and you really criticize or critique, should I say, that hadith and the isnad and the chain, you'll find that it is fabricated. But it's a good fabrication because it's warming. Okay. I don't think you know what hadith books are. According to your understanding, one must only follow the Quran. Well, if you would only have known the Quran says to follow the messenger, and that was Naeem or Naeem to Pasi XX. Okay. Kalam needs sectioning, I guess. Okay. Before I go, might need to redo that Kemet in Islam. Yeah, may need to. Yes, Christophobia or Kufarophobia. I don't think you're afraid of Islam. I actually think you're quite fond of it. I think that you profit from promoting Islamophobia and fear-mongering. No, not really. I don't actually think I profit from Islam at all. I don't actually profit. I think you're fond of it. Yeah, I'm actually fond of it. Everything that I study, I'm quite fond of. So no, I would never degrade or dishonor the religion as such, or not the religion, the Quran, uh, or the Prophet, or your Allah. I just, I wouldn't do that. I have respect for things, that which is sacred. I think that you're profiting from promoting Islamophobia. So no, we said nope, no, no, nah, not at all. I wish, man, I wish. Y'all need to go and start checking out our, our Patreons and our GoFundMe's, and you'd be like, whew, Kalam has to be the most underpaid Islamophobe in the whole of the world if you think I'm profiting from it. And fear-mongering. Like, I don't know, have we preached any type of fear-mongering or teach any type of fear-mongering throughout this whole 45 minutes broadcast? Not at all. So maybe you're projecting. Maybe. Okay. Let's go for it. You interpret hadiths based on your own understanding and not the understanding of scholars. Well, goddamn. What else you're supposed to be doing? Do you think during the time of the Prophet Muhammad, there were scholars that would now say we must interpret the Quran? Oh, sorry, your words, your hadiths. Remember the hadiths are the words of speech of Muhammad. Like when you hear my words, like look at this, right? Look how nonsense it sounds. Okay. When you hear my words, do you need a scholar now to come and say, Kalam just used a double entendre. Kalam just used a rhetorical device right there. Kalam meant this, although he said that. Like, come on. Like, you can understand, Abi. I'm speaking English to you. I'm speaking clear, plain. This is a pure English that I'm speaking to you right now. Simply for you to understand. So no, I don't need a scholar to interpret or to understand hadiths. In fact, I've actually studied hadiths and I've studied the science of hadith. You might as well call me a scholar of hadiths, to be honest with you, because I'm pretty sure I know more than you and I know more than your teachers and your imam on hadith. I guarantee you this, brother Saeed Abdi. Bring any of your scholars, any of your imams, any of your teachers that's reachable in whichever country that you are to come and test me. And I guarantee you I know more than them. And I will outshine them. 100%. 100%. This is not me speaking on ego. This is just me telling you the truth. So what does Ra and Allah have in common? Allah and Ra are both creator archetypes. They're both, the light of the heavens and the earth. They're both, representing, that one true being that's deserving of all your attention and love. Let's quickly go through. Where is Allah? Is there not an Islamic teaching that he is closer to you than your jugular vein? Maybe it's a Sufi teaching. I forget. No, that's part of the Quran. That's actually Quran. That's Allah's words. Allah says that right there. Allah says that. But guess what? We'll go to a scholar, and the scholar would bypass that completely and tell you, no, he must be above. That's what scholars would do. Completely cutting off your link for your understanding to know that you yourself are an embodiment of Allah. But I guess that's only a Sufi teaching. You can only learn that in Sufism, mind you, and mysticism within inside of Islam. Unfortunately, we don't have why don't we have the true mystics of Islam being at the forefront? We would all, I guarantee you guys here, if you had the mystics of Islam at the forefront, most of my Christians or non-Muslims who kind of don't like Islam, you would love mystical, Sufistic philosophizing Islam, scientific Islam of the golden ages. You would love that. We'll all fit in. Even an atheist would be like, yes, I can ox with you. But this type of Islam that is currently around, it's not a nice one. It's not a nice one at all. And we're talking about Salafi Islam, that Islam. It's not a nice one, to be honest with you. 72 virgins went walking by one day. You lot on some crud. Tennessee reaches the parts of the Quran that most understandings can't. What religion are you? Okay, I'm trying to go. Kalam, why do people still believe the myth of Adam, the first man? Because it's a good story. It's a good story. Everybody wants an easy origin story. My battery's on 1%, by the way, family, so it will either cut out or I will be gone. You just said that the ruling of Islamic scholars doesn't matter with regards to hadith. That is why you're intellectually dishonest. No, it doesn't matter. If I've studied, what the scholars know in terms of the principles, the usul of hadith, then what does it matter what a scholar says, right? It's what can you demonstrate based upon your methodology. Okay, so if I know their method, I know the actual methodology, okay, and I present some information based upon the actual methodology, then what's the problem? I don't need a scholar for that. I can do what scholars can do. All Kalam is doing is schooling Muslims about the false ideology about Islam and the pushed the agenda and lies in that the book writes, and you can't study for the fear of Islam. Yeah, sorry, let me quickly finish. Kalam has so much faith, he doesn't even realize it. Okay. You don't know a fraction of what my teacher knows about hadith. You know only what you want to know. You only study the hadiths that bolster your weak claims. You don't study hadith. Okay, brother, Saeed Abdi, I challenge you, right, to bring your teacher on Titans TV. Challenge you. I'll give him a free reign to teach whatever he likes to teach. Afterwards, just let me criticize him. Okay, and if you want to get true to me, and if you are being sincere, if you're sincere, brother, my email address is kalam@live.co.uk. You can find everything at the bottom of the screen in the description box. Okay. Let's quickly go through. Okay, because I need to close down. My battery is about to die. All right, forgive me if anything. All right, so yeah, I've said it. Let's see if that brother Saeed will bring one of his teachers on Titans TV, or they will make up an excuse. I've got a feeling they will make up an excuse, but I'm ready to bite my tongue. I will email you with terms and conditions as well. Condition 1, no Shia Hadith. Fine, that's easy. I don't really know too much about Shia Hadiths, as well as I know as Sunni Hadiths. So yeah, I agree to that condition. All right, family, I'm going to keep it moving right now because my battery is about to die and I do have to look after my family. So, family tree, love you as always, and I'll catch you guys where